Welcome to Equities.com at the Vancouver Resource Investment Conference. My name is Galen Engen and I'm sitting here with Paul Gill. He's the CEO of Lamico Metals.
Good day, Galen.
Good day, Paul. Thanks for joining us.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me on.
Great. Now, Lamico Metals is a Canadian exploration stage company that one of its focuses is electric metals, and that now is turning into quite an exciting sector, partially due to, for instance, the recent announcement of Tesla and their Gigafactory opening up just outside of Reno. So, as you, being one of these people that are involved in this space, what do you think the creation or the construction of this Gigafactory is going to affect the manufacturing side of lithium-ion batteries?
Well, I think it's the first step in a long change, long sought after change in energy storage. Tesla is one company. We have many other electric vehicle companies that can benefit from this particular project, and will probably create similar projects. So it's going to take graphite that such as that we're looking for in Quebec, and put it into vehicles that will increase range potentially for electric vehicles and increase sales. I think it's a good move.
Oh, absolutely. For instance, the Tesla factory, they are estimating 500,000 battery packs a year, so that's a tremendous amount of manufacturing.
Yeah.
So how is Lamico how are they going to fit within that paradigm?
Well, we've taken a particularly interesting strategy. We think there's a couple spots in the world that provide very high quality graphite. We're looking in Quebec, right beside the Imerys mine that's currently in place. And Imerys has been operating for about 10 years, and we think they're almost out of ore. So we think that being able to be in that area close to that factory gives us a step ahead. And they are going to be a supplier in this field, no doubt, and possibly to Tesla, possibly to others.
Interesting. Now, with the advent of graphene, this is now starting to cause a real wave in the media as it seems to have limitless possibilities. How is that going to affect now lithium-ion batteries and other factors, other industries, other sectors? Can you explain more about the product itself?
I guess the now is about lithium-ion batteries, and the next 5 years is about creating those energy storage devices that have lithium-ion packs. But the tomorrow is using graphene, which is a material that's very highly electrically conductive and can retain charges for a long period of time in power packs and devices that store energy. That really amps up the game, and that addresses the whole concept of range anxiety in electric vehicles. You can go a lot further, a lot longer, and not worry about recharge. And when you do recharge, you can recharge almost instantly using graphene supercapacitors, which is one area that we've focused on with our new company, Graphene Energy Storage Devices.
Oh, which leads us sort of into another area beyond energy storage. Also 3D printing, which you guys have had something to do with recently with your acquisition and partnership of a Graphene 3D Lab. Can you explain to us more about how that graphene is going to affect the 3D printing industry?
Yeah, essentially 3D printing is a disruptive way to manufacture products, and graphene is a disruptive material. So what we really thought about is, and graphene is 200 times stronger than steel, flexible, it has all these interesting properties, but it's very difficult to work with. So what's the best way to take all those 11,000 to 12,000 patents and create prototypes with them, or help people create prototypes? Well, 3D print graphene, and that's the big solution. So that's where I think we've really gotten something that's very special, and launched a new company called Graphene 3D Lab, which we own 10% of, and it's worth $4.4 million to us. It's a $40 million company.
That's amazing. Now, you guys are also pushing ahead this year to spin out a couple other technology spin-offs, which is amazing considering that you guys are, forgive me for saying this, potentially a junior miner.
Yeah.
Now, why is this philosophy taking place? Why are you guys sort of shoring your bets or hedging your bets by making this multi-pronged approach?
Well, we partnered with Graphene Labs in 2013 and said we really want to get involved in various different vertical vertically integrated businesses, and graphene seemed to be like a very good stepping off point for us. Graphene Labs needed a source of raw graphite that was very pure. We found some of that material, and then we converted it to graphene. So we think that the best way to get involved and really get stability for a small junior like ourselves is to get involved in these technologies and in devices and in businesses that are profitable in the long term and have a future, because I think that gives us a step up and sticks out in the crowd in this situation.
Now, one of the challenges to sort of spreading your wings, as it were, can be that you actually overburden yourself. Has that been, an issue that you guys have had to deal with in sort of branching out and exploring these different opportunities and growing your business?
Yeah, it's certainly been a challenge, and we have to address that challenge by recruiting very good managers for the specific projects. So we've partnered with Graphene Labs on Graphene 3D Lab. And then again, we've partnered with them on Graphene ESD. And with our other potential spin-out, Lamico Technologies, we've partnered with Megahertz Power Supplies in order to get involved in that type of business. You have to have people that are self-starters, that are going to go and run with it, and what we provide is the equity for them to go and create value. And this is what it's all about. You have to create value to get recognition. We've done that once. We've had proof of concept. We're going to the next step and rolling out 2 new companies in this area in 2015. And I think that's going to create a lot of value for our shareholders.
It certainly will. It sounds like you guys have an exciting future ahead of you. I congratulate you and looking forward to watching the progress.
Yeah, thanks very much. I think we've got a long ways to go, but certainly creating a lot of interest in the next little bit.
Well, thanks for joining us, Paul. I really appreciate it.
Thanks. Thanks for having me.
You bet.